I work with the Global Alliance Against Trafficking Women, GATW for short, which is an alliance of more than 100 organizations, non-governmental organizations around the world, who work on a range of issues, including trafficking. And right from the beginning, our starting point was how women who leave home for work, whether that work is recognized as work or not, was irrelevant for us. That women are leaving home to seek a better future for themselves, for their families, was our starting point. And then what happens on the way, in the process of migration and at workplace. So for GATW, it has always been important to look at women as decision makers, as women who, whatever, even if their situations, they might have many factors that renders them vulnerable, that renders them or that does not allow them to exercise their full rights, but we always think that women try their best. And so to look at them as people with agency, people with ability to make decisions and to deal with the world. So that is how we have been looking at the issue of women's migration for work, and particularly, both within and across the national borders. Women have always migrated. We have very little data from earlier time because gender segregated data was not available many years ago. So now when we are talking about half the population of migrants, 49 point something percentage of international migrants are women, I don't think that might not be a drastic change from the past. Women have migrated and have worked all along. Whether the work is paid or unpaid is not the question. Women always work. So what has changed is, I think one thing that I would like to emphasize is there are certain sectors where there's more opportunity for women now to go, particularly, let's say, if we're talking about domestic work. So while you can look at that as an opportunity for women, we also need to look at the fact that it's a sector that has very little protection. So it comes with a baggage. There is opportunity. There are, like say, when we talk to women who are migrating from Nepal or Bangladesh or India to the countries of the Middle East for domestic work, many times they're migrating because their partners, their husbands, probably have not got that opportunity. So there are issues of overwork, underpayment or no payment. There are issues of abuse, such as force, like you need to work harder. So if the contract might say 8 hours of work, but on the average, all the women that we spoke to, and we spoke to more than 400 women last year from these 3 countries, India, Bangladesh and Nepal, on the average women worked 16 hours. And then when a few months has passed and the woman starts asking for her salary, many times we were told that just when she says, oh, where's my salary, why haven't I got that? That is the moment when there is a false charge of theft that is placed on her. And before it is proved whether she has stolen or not stolen, she's immediately put in jail. The other problem is most of the, I think every Middle Eastern country right now, you're linked to one employer. So the kafala system or the sponsorship system under which the workers are, that does not allow, if they have problem with one of their employers and if they want to leave, they immediately become illegal. because their documentation, their workers' rights are linked to their employer. While the violence against women is a framework that has some use for pushing women's rights, I think the workers' rights framework gives them another added advantage. So I think that is why I think that it is a good moment that we are looking at not only women as, or not only trafficking, not only as a violence against women issue, but also as a labor issue.